It's been a while since I played that video, Peter. Just you and me on the intro, man. How's it going?
Good, very, very good. The old ones are the best, Efren. The old ones are
Yeah,
the best. Yeah.
I had to find that video. It's been a while since I played it with just you and me. Everybody, thanks for joining our channels. This is our advanced order show, and we got it in just in time because today's the last day of January.
Final
We
day, is it? Final day,
yeah,
yeah.
we had a hiccup Wednesday, which was my fault, and I couldn't make it. But we are here, and we'll probably be back in another 2 or 3 weeks with
Yeah.
advanced orders for March, April. But
God, April
right,
already. Yeah,
yeah,
incredible, isn't it?
it's
Incredible.
crazy. Yeah. So.
Good stuff. We've got Ash in the chat. Nice to see you, Ash. Hope you're doing well, bud. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, that was good. That was quick. Three people
Yeah,
watching.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
so this is a show where Peter and I we do advanced orders and we just show books that are coming out in March this time around. And you ready to go, Peter?
Yes, yep. Certainly just say hello to Andrew before we start. Thanks for joining, Andrew. Appreciate that, bud.
All righty. So advanced orders for March. This is a show where Peter and I we each look at books, obviously that are coming out in March, and we pick ones that grabbed our interest. If you see two of our thumbnails on one page, that means we both picked the same book. So that happens every now and then. Okay.
So I have to do Chris apparently. Pete wants him bigger. That's a nice new name, Chris. I like that one. Yeah, do we, do we? Nice to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Andrew. Nice to see you, bud. Thanks for joining.
So I think, what do I have next year? I keep remembering. Oh yeah, Shut Up and Take My Money. This is where we spend money on monthly pickups, and I believe I am first. Yes. So this is Alias Red Band #1. It's polybag. David Mack, I always like his artwork. So this is I picked this one. It says The Return of Jessica Jones, a series of grisly murders in Hell's Kitchen, pulls Jessica Jones into a mystery more sinister than she could have ever imagined. As a wife of Mayor Luke Cage, she'll have to tread carefully as she forms a dangerous alliance with Typhoid Mary to track down a killer. His artwork, first of all, the cover artist David Mack always just looks so fantastic to me. So the minute I seen this, I go, oh, I'm gonna buy this book. And Alias was a very good series back in the day when it first came out.
I never read it. I totally missed Alias. I'm aware of the Jessica Jones character from Avengers and things like that, and obviously
Yeah,
from the TV series.
yeah,
But yeah, I never read it. And you're right. David Mack's artwork is phenomenal.
yes,
But I don't know. I'm sure you saw it a while ago. I got two remarks from him a few years back. Do you remember
okay,
those? I got them on two Daredevil comics, and it's a good story of you get what you pay for. Do you know what I mean? I think it was like £80, so like $100 or something.
yeah.
And the Daredevil was good, I think, and the Echo was pretty shoddy. So yeah, so you get what you pay for. But yeah, he's an incredible artist. And have you seen the latest Daredevil trailer yet, Efren? Have you managed to catch up on that?
Yes.
So Jessica Jones is
Yep.
back. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, looking
Yeah, I
forward
was
to that.
just about to mention that she came back. She's coming back. I'm not sure that everybody else is going to be showing up.
Yeah,
But we'll
yeah,
see. We'll
yeah.
see what the comments say.
So Sorrel is in the chat. Hey guys, currently watching WWE. That's pantomime or something, Sorrel, isn't it? But nice to see you, bud. Um, Andrew needs an adult. And I'll get one here. We've got Joshy Boy. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Disappointed Alias doesn't have a foil cover. Yeah, that would look nice in foil. A spot foil, not fully foil, but just some of those kind of triangle areas and things raised up would be cool. And we've got Hoodrat. Nice to see you, Hoodrat. Hope you're doing
That's
well.
my buddy who I do panels with at Comic Con. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
called me his uncle. So I call him my nephew.
yeah, yeah.
But you ready I think you're up next, right?
Yeah, sure, bud.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, so we've got Avengers and X-Men. This is free comic book day, so I completely forgot it's free comic book day coming up. So as usual, get a load of good books in that. This one says, this is the start, I really do, the new crossover.
Yeah.
Every summer we've got to have a big event book. This is called Armageddon X-Men. The heroes of the Marvel Universe assemble to take on the Red Hulk. So as we know, Red Hulk is General Theodore Ross. He's been quite prominent in comic books over the last few years, really big part of the Doom event that just happened. But this looks pretty cool. And it's the start of the new series, I guess. Thing that draws to this, Efren, because I do try to avoid all these big crossover events, is it's written by Chip Zdarsky.
Okay.
Big fan of his work. So hoping that he's going to reignite some of the Marvel universe for us. So yeah, looking forward to this one.
Back in the day, I used to love the summer crossover events by Marvel. Man, they just really grabbed my imagination. I just couldn't wait for the next one to come up. So. Captain Marvel, Dark Past #1, cover foil variant. The legacy of Miss Marvel as a cosmic level being. Captain Marvel has saved universes, thwarted alien invasions, and even defeated a god or two. But when an attack of New York, bolstered by a mysterious group called DNVR, exposes a dark part of Carol's family history, she's forced to question everything she knew about the Danvers name. So I love this cover. First of all,
Yeah.
these covers are really just always grab my attention. So I hopefully this is a good storyline, and I like that they don't have a regular series for Captain Marvel. They just do like mini series. Something that's it's so continuous. Sometimes you get bored with it. But I think I'm starting to like more and more when they have like mini series for each character.
Yeah, Captain Marvel is not a character I've read a great deal of, to be perfectly honest. Again, apart from her appearances in the Avengers, but I love the movies, so yeah. I might pick this one up. Andrew, yay, foil ordered. Andrew's a bit like myself, he likes the shiny things. Oh, we've got Eamon's World of Geek in the chat. Just been on Only Slabs. Great to see there's some stunning books there. Now, I must confess, and I do apologise, I think Eamon.
We met us at Comic-Con. He lives in the Bay Area where I used to come from. Yeah, he's a good person.
So I must confess, I wasn't aware of your channel until tonight, watching Rob Fatstacks and hearing you talk about Transformers right up my street. So I have subscribed to you on Instagram and on YouTube. So looking forward to binging some of your content over the next few days.
Yeah.
I've also read every Carol Danvers book since Civil War. Oh, very cool. Nice. Lovely books, Eamon. Was a great show. It absolutely was. It was very, very cool. Very cool. Chris, you're going to have to change that. Peter wants him bigger. When did I say that? When did I say that? For those of you that don't know Chris, he likes to change his YouTube handle in reference to whatever's happening lately. So I must have said Peter wants him bigger at some point.
I don't know if you or anybody in the comments ever read that Avengers when Captain Marvel got pregnant by like an entity. They did her so wrong in that. She basically got raped. They just took it for granted. Okay, see you later, Carol. She went off to another world to be with them until she came back later on. This guy, basically raped me, just abused me and stuff like that. I went, damn.
And doesn't it end up being a son or something that she gives birth? It's a really weird.
Yeah.
It's a one comic story, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's an annual, so I can't remember. I did a video about it a while ago, Efren.
Oh, okay.
About controversial comic books. And that's a one that's notorious.
That was a weird one, man. I went, the whole thing was so weird. But anyways, you are next, sir.
Yes. Oh, come on. Look at the team up there, man. Some classics. Yeah. So, you just mentioned Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. So, there she is. We've got Gamora. We've got Cosmic Ghost Rider, who I absolutely love. We've got Amadeus Cho. The, what's his name again? The something Hulk. What is it again? He's Hulk, but what's his precursor thing? Is it on there?
I forgot his name.
Someone try and remind us in the chat. But when he had his comic book, do you know what I mean? Do you know how you have like the Incredible Hulk, the Savage Hulk? Can't remember what it was. Anyway, you got him. But look at that top corner. You have got the phenomenal Darkhawk. Love me a bit of Darkhawk action. So yeah, really excited for this one. This is Gamora, Captain Marvel, Amadeus Cho, Darkhawk, Cosmic Ghost Rider, 5 unlikely operatives recruited by Maximus of the Inhumans. Their mission, protect the delicate balance of the new galactic union. I think this could be incredible. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Great run of characters and pretty nice artwork on the front. I like it. I like the look of it. So yeah, keen on getting into this one.
My only question, I thought Cosmic Ghost Rider was in the future.
Did he not come back at one point?
I don't know.
I can't remember. That's it, Chris. Thanks. Yeah, totally awesome. Yeah. Totally awesome Hulk.
Yeah. That's a great cover. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, it's lush.
My next is New Avengers number 10. I have been enjoying this series and I've been reading it since the very beginning. This is more, which was always my favorite type of comic book, which of Daredevil street level, characters, more or less, so to speak. So this is New Avengers 10, and they've been fighting the Kill Illuminati. So these are basically cloned Avengers who are bad. So they call themselves the Kill Illuminati. The new Avengers enact their final strike on the, well, it's a hard word for me to pronounce, but before they can destroy the villainous doubles, they have to deal with the traitor at the heart of their own team. And the villain, I mean, the traitor, I think it's Black Widow, for some reason or another, But this has been a very good storyline. I really have enjoyed it.
Why is Efren? Why is Carnage on the team? Is that
That's not Carnage. That's Eddie Brock now.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't Eddie Brock now be Carnage? Do you know what I mean?
So I forgot what happened exactly, but I've been reading Eddie Brock Carnage. They have an internal struggle, but Carnage just wants to kill.
Yeah.
And Eddie Brock is not Venom anymore, and he's telling him, you can't do that.
Because Mary Jane's Venom now, isn't she?
Yeah. So, but that's why he's there. So it is Carnage, but technically it's Eddie Brock inside of Carnage. So.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
If you want to read one Captain Marvel book, I'd buy Avengers Enemy Within. It's labeled Avengers, but it's Carol's story. I don't think I've read that one, Enemy Within. Check that one out.
Yeah. You are next.
Yeah, I'm loving this. So this is the Infernal Hulk. It's the recent relaunch of Hulk. As you know, he had Bruce Banner ripped from him. So now he's the Hulk's body, but he's inhabited by the son of the mother of all evil, or something like that, I think it's called. And this creature is now back on Earth, walking around in the Hulk's frame. It's been a really interesting series so far. It's very, very graphic. They're popping heads left, right, and centre and killing people. So yeah, I've just been enjoying it. And this one is Infernal Hulk versus the Almighty. As Infernal Hulk prepares to deal his death blow against Earth, a being of unimaginable power descends from the heavens to save us, the creator of the Marvel Universe himself. Now that got me quite intrigued, because I'm wondering what they're going to do with that. Because I don't think we've ever really had God appear, but we've certainly had Marvel's creators appear in things like the Fantastic Four, where we had Jack Kirby and Stan Lee appear. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. So it's just got us intrigued. I'm interested to see what the pull out.
When this book first came out, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to read this, but I have been enjoying it. It's like it's just a different take on the Hulk. I mean, they do so many reiterations of this character, from friendly to a gangster, and now he's like an evil entity. So yeah, I have been enjoying this book.
Yeah, it's cool. Yep. Chris is just saying he's Venom and so is his wife. I'm Venom as well, and so is Efren. We're all Venom. Everyone can be a Venom. There's enough symbiotes to go around. Everybody can be a Venom.
Nova Centurions number 5. The Nova and the Star-Lord. One war brought these two heroes together, and another tore them apart. Now the Star-Lord is a true Lord of the Stars, while the last Nova in space has been laid low. Can this friendship be mended, or are some wounds unable to be healed? This was a continuation of the storyline that was before this. I forgot when the Inhumans took control of everything. Yeah. But the name of the series. But I'm always like Nova, Rich Rider, the original Nova, and he had the outs with Star-Lord at the end of that series before his new show, before his new episodes came around. God, I'm getting all stumbled here, but it's a good read. Like I said, just Rich Rider. He's by himself now. He's the only last Nova Centurion left. So it's just the trials and tribulations of what's going on in his life in space.
Yeah, I'm loving this. I read the recent issue. I've been reading it from the start, but this is back to probably my favourite kind of era of Nova. They wrote him a couple of years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, when he had the world mind in his helmet.
Yes.
So the back to that, but the twist with this is now they've kind of had to make him a mercenary, because every time he uses the world mind powers and the Nova powers, it's got a financial cost to it.
Yeah.
So to keep the energy going, he's got to do jobs and things to pay for the power, basically, which is an interesting new twist. So yeah, I am enjoying this book. It's good fun, and Nova's just a cool character.
What happened to the other Nova, the kid in Earth? Is he still the one?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, they basically just forgot all about him. They don't mention him.
Sam
Humphries, I think.
Yeah. Sorry. That's right. The Abnett and Lanning run was absolutely superb, and the covers were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
Cool. You are next.
Yeah. I mean, this is another relaunch of The Sentry by Paul Jenkins. Yeah, he's been an Avenger, Dark Avenger, and as a Thunderbolt, and he's back, but so is the Void. I've read lots of Sentry books, and I just never really get it.
Yeah.
He seems to turn up, get into a bit of a fight. He's ridiculously powerful. I don't really understand the whole Void thing. At first, it was like a split personality thing, then it was a real creature, and then it was a entity. I haven't got a bloody clue. So I don't know. But I really enjoyed his appearance in Thunderbolts. Didn't like his last comic book series. I don't know if you remember that one, Efren, where basically he was the power of the Sentry was split
Yes.
amongst 5 characters or something.
Yeah.
That was all right, but I don't know how that links to this. So anyway, I'm going to give it a go. I'll try the first issue, see if it makes any sense. And we'll take it from there. They need to do something to get us interested in this character.
Did they ever explain how he got? I remember he got ripped in half.
Yeah.
But did they ever explain how he came back together, or they must have
No.
explained it in some book? I just didn't read it. You know,
Did he get ripped in half, or did he rip? Because he ripped Ares in half.
maybe it was the other way around. Okay.
Well, probably not Efren, because I think he's died and been brought back a lot of times.
Yeah.
So maybe he did that. So I think that's my problem. I am completely confused with this character.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this book might shed a bit of light onto that and help us understand what the hell he's all about.
I just don't. I think Marvel doesn't know what to do with him, and for some reason they keep on putting him on books.
Yeah.
Oh well. I think I am next. Yeah. Oh, this cover. Something about this. I went. Oh, this should. Hopefully, this is cool. This is Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four. Number 2, Chaos on the Planet of the Apes. Dr. Zero, Dr. Gaius, and General Ursus now have the cosmic powers of the Fantastic Four. Can Reed, Sue, Ben, and Johnny survive long enough to get their abilities back, or will they be stranded on the hostile world forever? I haven't read issue number 1; it hasn't come out yet. But 20th Century Fox has been doing Aliens, and I think what other one? Predator, I believe.
Yeah.
So I hope this is a good story. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I just want to see what happens when they cross over universes. All I care is that it's a good story. And
It's a cool cover as well.
crossed. Yeah.
It's a cool cover. I do like it.
Yeah.
I'll probably wait and give this series a go when it's in graphic novel form.
Yeah.
Rather than reading it monthly. But yeah, it looks interesting.
I do plan to read it monthly, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know if it's worth buying.
Let you know. Yeah. We both picked this one, but go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, Danny Moonstar, one of my favorite iterations of the X-Men is the original New Mutants. Cannonball, Sunspot, Karma, and Danny being one of the main characters of that. Just a phenomenal character. And I don't think she's ever had her own miniseries or series. So very, very keen to see what this is all about. Death awaits Danny Moonstar when an ancient soul-sucking weapon is set loose. It's up to Danny to track it down, but the weapon's deadly wielder won't make it easy for her. So yeah, looking forward to getting into this one.
I've always liked this character too. I always like the original New Mutants by Chris Claremont. So yeah, hopefully it's a good story. I love the cover.
Yeah, the cover's amazing.
Yeah.
Fuzzy's arrived and he's thrown shade already. Look, the Marvel show. Nice surprise. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Thor number 8. I've been really enjoying these covers by Alex Ross. When you get down to it, covers always just grab my attention first. Yeah. If it's a nice looking cover, I'll always read, what's going on with this cover. But this is Thor number 8. He's become mortal again, but this one, it's a different way they're portraying him. The son of Thor, Magni was the god of strength and strong enough to refuse the rule of the Golden Realm. Yet, even so, he could be hurt. For there came a day when 2 great friends went to battle in a land far from Asgard's light, and only one returned. This is the story of the son of Thor and the day his great heart broke. Magni is the son of Thor, but from another reality. He's come into the Asgard that we know, and since Thor is gone, they're trying to make him, the Olden King, basically, the leader of Asgard, and it's been going from there. And also, they're showing Thor on Earth, but he doesn't have any of his powers. He doesn't know who he is. They show glimpses of Loki in there, but it's been a good story so far.
Yeah, I've been loving it. Loving it. Great series.
Yep. Europe.
Just look at that cover. Just look at that cover, man. I mean, that jumped straight out of us. This is part of the Shadows of Tomorrow, which is basically the kind of the fallout from the crossover event, which wasn't the best. But this is a special anniversary issue. I liked the cover, and then I read the synopsis, and it got us very excited. A battle spreads across the globe as the X-Men face the Legion of Monsters. Frankenstein's monster, werewolf by night, the Amphibian, living mummy, and more. I mean, that just sounds absolutely cracking.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be picking this one up because I love the Legion of Monsters. So yeah, definitely going to get into this one. I think this would be very cool.
I don't know, but I would love this as a Virgin cover too.
Yeah. That looks
or glow in the dark. That's
glow in the dark would be very cool.
Glow in the dark would be cool too.
Fuzzy's just saying Alex Ross needs to go back to what he does best. These just aren't the same for me. Fuzzy, I have to agree with you. I think some of his cover work of the last year or two has been weak. I really didn't like it when he was doing, I can't remember, was it Fantastic Four he was on? I can't remember. But he was doing a thing where every cover was of one colour, if you know what I mean. There wasn't any variation cover, and I didn't like that. And I don't know if it's just we're getting too used to his art or what, but it's looking a bit samey for me. That cover would be better if Wolverine weren't in the brown. Yeah, it would stand out more. It would stand out more if he was in the yellow.
That's a good point. Inglorious X-Force number 3, issue 1. I don't believe it's come out yet, but I haven't read it. But Boom Boom is one of my favorite characters. I always thought she was underused in Marvel. But Boom Boom Bombshell. Boom Boom is one of Cable's most trusted allies, or is she? A mission into a secret safe house reveals a startling seed of doubt. But can X-Force close in on their killer before their own assassin catches up with them? Like I said, issue 1, I don't believe has come out yet. But
I think it might have been out last week.
Okay.
I've not read it yet, but I think it's in my... I can't remember what I've bought. I think it's in my pile. I'm sure I might have picked it up last week.
So hopefully it's a good story. But, like I said, Boom Boom has always been one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, me too. X-Force. Loved X-Force. X-Force back in the day.
Europe.
So we're on to some DC stuff. Yeah, sorry, Andrew's just confirming. Last week, it's in the pile in my office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So we're into some DC books now. Again, this cover jumped out at us. Deathlock, not really a character I know masses about, but it's written by Tony Fleece. And you'll remember him, Efren, from
Stray Dogs.
Yeah, Stray Dogs. So I thought he does some good writing, Tony. So I thought I'd give this a go, see what it's about. This is the world's deadliest assassin, hits the next level with Tony Fleece and Carmine D. I can't say that. Jandomenko? Is that right?
Yeah, I guess. That's hard for me to pronounce too.
Soldier turned superhuman assassin for hire Slade Wilson has made hundreds of enemies in his day, and now one of them is taking his world apart piece by piece. So again, it's a kind of a first issue, a character I don't know a great deal about, but I've read him in Titans and things like that. So I'll give it a go and see what it's like.
Yeah, Tony Fleece has since Stray Dogs, Tony Fleece has become more and more popular. I mean, he's been going out more in mainstream comic books, So yeah, hopefully it's a good read. I'm definitely going to check it out.
I think it's absolutely right here. When someone like Alex Ross pumps out as many covers, he needs to cut some corners. It's when an artist has time, is when we get the best work. You're absolutely right. And when I think back to Alex's kind of entry, shall we say, onto the scene with things like Marvels and my all-time favourite Kingdom Come, those books took him ages to pull together. He really sweated over every bit of artwork. I'm not sure that's the same now. I think you're right. I think a lot of it's quicker, shall we say. So yeah, Deathstroke as well. Saying that, mind, he's still my bucket list. I would love sketch, I don't think he does them, a sketch cover or a remark or a bit of original work from Alex Ross, but you're talking obscene amounts of money. He doesn't do any of the cons anymore, Efren. You've said you've seen his stalls, but he's never there. Is that right?
Yeah, last year at San Diego Comic Con, he's got a great store. I mean, it's right in the middle of the convention center. But I asked him, how come he doesn't come? He goes, he just doesn't want to do them. He just doesn't come to conventions. He would be probably one of the artists to get a signature from right there and then, but he just doesn't do them for some reason. I would love to get artwork for him too. I think that would be awesome.
I bet it's big. I mean, I would imagine you're talking big money. But But yeah, I've got a signature. He signed. I bought it from his web shop. I bought a Masters of the Universe wraparound CGC signed by him. But I'd love a remark or something.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yep. Wonder Man #1. Wonder Man has always been one of my favorite heroes in the Avengers. Everything he came out, I think it was Avengers #9, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. But him and the Beast, their team ups in the Avengers, I used to just love the way they used to just have a good time. There's a Disney Plus show on right now, which I'm watching. So this is Wonder Man #1. Lights, camera, superhero action. Simon Williams has his ups and downs from being manipulated into villainy by the Enchantress to being one of the brightest stars in the Avengers. But just like Hollywood, no matter how low the lows, Simon keeps fighting the good fight. But what happens when the past finally catches up with him? So this is a new, I don't know if it's a one shot or a continuing series, but like I said, I think it's a pretty cool looking cover. And hopefully he's not a pacifist anymore. They made him to a pacifist. It's like another character they don't know what to do with.
I absolutely love this character. And you're absolutely right. I love the Beast kind of interaction with him. I loved his original series when he was in Hollywood and stuff like that. Yeah. Great character. Tomorrow I'm sitting and binging the Wonder Man TV show. I've had it on good authority from Fuzzy of the Dunlop that it's cracking. Yeah. Hearing good things about it. So yeah, looking forward to getting into that one. Yeah, this looks cool. Andrew saying, yeah, Deathstroke has a foil. It does. We've got Cliff. Nice to see you, Cliff. Hope you're doing well, pal. Hope you're doing well. Sometimes someone gets too big even for SDCC. It's not ego. It's probably fear of the crowd. Some people just don't like the limelight, even if they've earned it. Yeah, that's absolutely true as well. And these, I've not done San Diego Comic Con. Efren obviously has. These bigger cons, I can only equate it to when I did, we had Star Wars Celebration here a couple of years back down in London. And it was... the crowds and the busyness was just, it was quite unwieldy. Do you know what I mean? It put us off a fair bit. So you're absolutely right. I would imagine it's not everybody's favourite event if he's going to be swamped by people.
Yep.
Yeah. So, again, I've got a lot of issue 1s this month, Efren, where I'm just kind of giving them a shot. Lobo, we know Lobo coming out into the movies shortly. Going to be a big part of the Supergirl movie. We've seen the trailer, played by Jason Momoa. That's a character I've never gotten into. I've read bits of him and I've just never particularly warmed to him. I think it's because, and those of you in the chat who watch my channel and know what I'm like, I think it's because I tend to go for your more moralistic, clean-cut characters, your Supermans, your Captain Americas, things like that. And this is the kind of character that's just not really what inspires me. That said, everybody keeps telling us he's amazing. Everybody keeps telling us that he's a great character. So I thought a new issue 1, written by Scotty Young, who I love. I thought I'd give this a go and see if it's any good. What about you, Efren? Is this the one that you're interested in?
I agree with you 100%. Something about Lobo, he's just like, oh man, I don't know about this character. I've read books with him in it, but he's not like the main character in these storylines. So I am gonna give this a try. But if I don't, I usually when I start reading a series, I finish it no matter what. But if I don't like this, I'm not gonna continue with it, But I will give it. I agree with you, Scotty Young. I really like his artwork and his writing, So yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm the same boat with you.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Emmons just saying, I don't really read Lobo, but I know of him. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. This creative crew is the main reason I want to read the book. Yeah, that was exactly the same for me. The cover jumped out, and I thought, this is probably the right time to jump on it and give it a go.
Yep.
I know I sound like a broken record, but the foil Lobo is really nice. You love a bit of foil, Andrew, don't you? You do. I like it. I love a gimmicky cover. Bring back hologram covers and things like that.
Batman Superman World's Finest. I can't believe it's issue 50 already. That's crazy. It just seems like it came out like last year. But this is, I believe it's in the the regular Marvel DC universe, but it's years gone by. This is Batman Superman World's Finest number 49, part 2 of Day for Night. Escape from Earth 3. Superman and Batman are trapped on a parallel world where evil reigns, facing their counterparts, Ultraman and Owlman, and their powerful allies. I've been enjoying this series since it came out. And I highly recommend it. Just my opinion. I love the artwork too by Dan Morris. Covers are really fantastic.
Absolutely love the artwork. I've not been reading this one, and I know you've recommended it a few occasions, and I'm sure, looking at my massive pile of books that I've not read yet, I'm sure I bought a few trade paperbacks of this. When it did it cross over with the like the game, what you call it, Injustice universe or something at one point?
They did a crossover with the Justice League, the continuity of Justice League, and in that series, it was very heartfelt because in the DC universe, Alfred's dead.
Yes, yeah.
So Batman and Rob and Nightwing, they went to the past, and Alfred was alive.
Okay.
And they hugged him. It was a heartfelt. But damn, that was a tough scene. Because they know he's gonna die, but then they see him alive.
I'm getting confused. I don't think it was Injustice. I think that was a crossover in Superman, which I read. I think this book crossed over with some of the Kingdom Come characters.
Yes, they did.
My favorites. Yeah. So I will pick this up. It's written by Mark Waid, one of my all-time favorite writers. So yeah, I will. Excuse me. I will probably give this a go. I'm going to say, as far as personality, I feel like Lobo's DC's Deadpool. Yeah. Fan foil Andrew didn't notice. I was trying to mix things up this year, so foils are number 1 on the list. Issue 50 in the Crime Syndicate. Yeah, I do like the Crime Syndicate. You got it last year at Christmas. I knew I had, Fuzzy. Thank you. I knew I'd get it at some point. It was not this Christmas gone, but the Christmas before. I'm sure I got a trade paperback or two about it. I need to read some bloody books. This bookshelf's getting bigger and bigger of stuff I haven't gotten a chance to read yet. Anyway. There we are.
All right. You are next, Al. Here's.
Oh, now I know you struggle with this book. I know you, but I cannot recommend this book enough to people. If you've got time to invest, this is not a book that you just flick through. Do you know what I mean? You've got to sit down with a nice cup of coffee and just chill and just really read it. Basically, as I've said before, the synopsis of this series, because each issue doesn't really link, it's an individual story, but the synopsis of this series is that time is broken and stuff's just out of sync. So random stuff happens all the time. It's really hard hitting. There's been some incredible issues, some great storylines. There's a phenomenal issue which talks about division, and it really, really does talk about kind of what's going on in the world at the moment with people being signaled out and treated as lesser than human and stuff like that. Just a phenomenal book. So yeah, I'll recommend this one a lot to people. I'd recommend people pick it up in trade paperback because it's just phenomenal. So this issue, are you poor, desperate, huddled, massive? Do you live in a dark age of depression, one of the many historical periods of slim pickings with no options? Well, welcome to Temps, the first cross-temporal employment app. The past and the future are filled with low-skill, low-wage gigs such as cobbler's assistant in Plague-era Europe. So, you read that and you think, what in the hell is that about? Yeah. But please, trust us, it's a great, great book to read. So, yeah, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, when I read this book, I'm still reading it, but I was just overwhelmed by everything. What is going on here? So it was very confusing, but like I said, most times when I start a book, I want to finish it. Yeah. So I'm still reading it, but it's like, for me, like I said, we have our own opinions. It's just more of a difficult read for me, So.
Yeah, and I get that. It really is something you've got to sit and kind of ponder over.
Yes.
Not a quick, easy read. Yeah.
I think next time I read this, I'm going to make sure nobody's bothering me in a room and just one light on the book so I can just read it. Don't let no outside distraction bother me. Yeah. Any comments? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Fuzzy's just saying new Denzine Camp book out next week. Breaking Hearts. I don't think I've seen that one, Fuzzy. Send us a link on Instagram or something, Fuzzy. Or just remind us on Instagram, and I'll check it out.
Marvel Superman. I had to pick this one. DC Marvel and I have picked up about 4 or 5 of these covers so far. I'm waiting to see what some of them are. They haven't shown the picture yet, but they have one by J. Scott Campbell. I think Adam Hughes. But this is DC Marvel Superman Spider-Man #1. I am keeping my fingers crossed that it's a good storyline. I think it's a one-shot. This is the DC version. Then the next time is going to be the Marvel version of it, or their lead on it. Legendary creators take on the Man of Steel and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, written by Mark Waid. There you go. A bunch of other people too. Jeez. Jeff Lemire, Greg Rucka, okay, Jim Lee, God, all kinds of people on this. The Last Son of Krypton meets your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man when journalists Clark Kent and Peter Parker find themselves facing the same story. The, the conspiracy they uncover could change the world, especially if Brainiac and Doc Ock have anything to say about it. I wonder if this is the same universe when they met back in the 70s, if they're going to know each other already.
Don't know.
You,
Don't know.
you
Be
curious to
interesting.
see that, yeah.
I'm excited for this, but I have to say my excitement is quashed because of how terrible Batman Deadpool
Yep.
was. Both versions
Yeah.
just did very little for us. But this is a great team up. Two great characters. This has got to be fun. Got to be fun. Fuzzy's saying this. Excuse me. This doesn't have to do much to be better than Batman Deadpool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remind me to look up which cover I ordered for this book. There's some great covers, Andrew. Some really, really cool covers. I think there's a lovely Delotto one of Cyborg Superman that I really liked. But yeah, there's some beautiful covers.
I think it's just we've been waiting over 30 years for something like this to happen. Then when it happens, the first one's a dud. Simon's like, oh no, maybe they shouldn't have been teamed up, But we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, look at this. So I got a version of this a couple of months back. They did a one-off, which was really, really good fun. And now they're doing a 5-parter. So basically, this is the Creep Show. So the kind of the anthology book with different tales, monster-based tales. And the one shot they did a couple of months back was superhero themed. It must have sold well because now they're doing a 5-parter. The last one was just great fun. Great fun. Obviously, lovely cover there, homage to Spidey. Really, really like that. This is mini-series premiere. Earth's mightiest superhero horror series assembles. The most star-studded superhero epic of the year begins with a pair of skin-crawling stories. First up, superhero comic icon Kieran Gillen, who does amazing work. I love him. Deliver a terrifying story that will have your spider sense tingling. And then Ryan North, the unbeatable scroll, blah, 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 makes the case that super speed is the most horrific power of all. Just sounds fun. Now, interestingly, obviously, they can't use any of the big name licensed characters like Spider-Man and stuff like that, but they certainly tease around it. Do you know what I mean? It's very similar to a lot of the characters that you see out there. So yeah, I think it'll be great fun. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this one I seen it, but it didn't even grab my attention. But reading it, yeah, hopefully it's a good story. I like when they say at the last one, make the case that super speed is the most horrific power of all.
Yeah.
Curious, that grabs your attention for sure.
Yeah.
DCKO, I've been loving this series. To me, DC, I'm sorry, but DC's, but for me, it's become more popular than Marvel within the last year or so. They've been giving some really good storylines. This DCKO number 5. Look at this power. I think it's a power slam. I'm not sure. If Sorrell's on, still watching this, he probably knows what this movie is called. I forgot what it's called. The final battle for the heart of Apocalypse in the melee that started with dozens of heroes and villains vying for their chance to win the ultimate prize in the universe. Now only one remains. But to truly be crowned the King Omega, you must battle more than the obstacles in your path. You must battle yourself. So I haven't read, I've read some of the storyline. I haven't read the crossover when some of the characters from other universes come. I haven't read that yet. Have you? Is that out yet?
No, it's out next week.
Okay.
So DC Boss Battle is out next week.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that.
Andrew's just saying, Marvel will always have my favorite characters, but DC are currently destroying them in storytelling. Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Agree.
Ah, come on! Look at that cover. That is a nostalgia guy like me's wet dream. Optimus Prime and Duke from G.I. Joe. Obviously, the two books have been running for a good couple of years now under the Skybound imprint, but we've never really had a crossover with Duke and Prime yet. So here we have Optimus Prime and Duke meet for the first time. What does this mean for the future of the Energon universe? Just really, really exciting. The last issue of Transformers, which came out last week, I think it was. We've had lots of hints that the characters from Mask are going to be a big part of the universe. We've had Miles Mayhem and Matt Tracker in a couple of issues. Miles was working with the government. And then last issue of Transformers, he literally wears the mask, kills a load of people, and gets into Switchblade, which is the aircraft helicopter, and shoots off. So it was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, loving this, and I love that cover. I think that cover's
cool
great.
cover.
Yeah. I mean, the size proportion's wrong, mind. Just saying. Just being nitpicky. Do you know what I mean? Duke's far too big. But there you are. Looks cool.
Geiger, number 22. This is part of that, I forgot the name of the universe, but it's from Image. The Northerner, Dead America, Part 3. The mysterious Northerner believes he can learn the truth behind the unknown war that transformed Tariq Geiger into a nuclear monster and killed his family. Geiger not only doesn't believe him, but isn't sure he even wants to know. They trek towards Detroit, where the Department of Historical Preservation supposedly has the answers, but Northerner and Geiger may not like what they find. So this has been an ongoing series. This is volume 2, I believe. I highly recommend reading volume 1, and this whole universe is very well done.
Yeah, loving this.
Yep.
Duke's not big. Optimus is far away. Yeah, you're right. This looks really interesting. Artwork jumped at us straight away because it's by the same artist, I believe. Fuzzy, please correct us. I think it's the same artist that did High School Fashion Serial Killer, a book from a little while ago. It looks very similar to that style. Looks really cool. This is Narco number 1 by Image Comics. Marcus Westphal has a rare form of narcolepsy. When he gets excited, he passes out. He's adapted homebound life, a harness infatuation with the girl next door, but when he witnesses a murder and collapses, he becomes suspect number 1. Now he must leave his apartment to pursue a killer. Just sounds cool. Just sounds absolutely cool. So yeah. I'll definitely give that a go. Fuzzy's just confirming it's the same world as the High School Serial Killer, which was a great series.
Okay. Yeah, that was a big series. Yeah.
Looks good.
Kaya, number 34. This is another series that I'm still reading. I'm still enjoying it. This is written by Wes Craig, and artist also by Wes Craig. Kaya discovers a group of stowaways on her journey to the Warriors Temple, and far to the north, Jin and Razel come face to face with a strange and threatening enemy from their past. And so this series has been going on for over 2 years now. Basically, her stepbrother was supposed to be like the savior of the world, but a bunch of implications came about and it didn't come out the way they thought it was. And this is just an ongoing story. I highly recommend it. I like it.
Not one I've picked up. I know you've talked about it on lots of occasions, but yeah, and Fuzzy's right. Lots of people tell us that it's a great read, but I don't know why it's never jumped out. I might try and have a look and see if there's a trade paperback, and have a look at that.
Yeah, it's been a good story. I have enjoyed reading this.
So, as you know, I'm a horror fan. Like a good horror movie. Some of the best horror films, I think, of the last few years have been in the Quiet Place universe. Don't know if you've seen those ones, Efren. Have you seen any of the Quiet Place films?
I've heard about them, but I've never seen them.
So these are the ones where the monsters basically are attracted by sound. The guy who played Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness from The Office, what's he called again?
I forgot it. I know who you're talking about. I know the actor.
Yeah, he's in one of them. So yeah, this is the first time we've had a comic book series of it. So quite keen just to see what it's like. The world ended in a hush. The creatures came from for the cities first, but in Pearl, Iowa, a tiny island down on the Mississippi, the mayor and townsfolk believe that's someone else's problem. Cut off from the chaos of the coasts, they think they can ride out the storm. So this is going to be a good monster yarn, I think.
Yeah.
So looking forward to reading this one, see what it's all about. We've got Jason. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Seen this today and added it to my subs right away. Love the movies, mate. Yeah, me too. I think this could be great. And I'm just thinking of horror comics that link to films and stuff like that. I'm still reading the Event Horizon book. That's been really quite interesting. So sometimes they get these right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Sorry, Fuzzy's just saying the problem with this is all their other movie ones have been cack. Sleepy Hollow's not good. 30 Days of Night and Event. I didn't mind the Event one. Yeah. It's by the same people, is it, Fuzzy? I hadn't appreciated that.
I have not read Star Trek books, I think, ever. But then last year I started reading them and I have been enjoying them. One of my favorite shows was the animated series Lower Decks. I really enjoyed that show, but it ended after 5 years. So this is in comic book form now. To me, it has the same, kind of like the TV show. It's funny and heartfelt at the same time. This is Star Trek's Lower Decks number 17. Captain Freeman and Mariner take the fight straight to the skies in the stolen USS Illinois, charging headlong into an old school showdown against a mysterious wave of space invaders surrounding Laponia. Like I said, this has been a good series, and I'm not sure if it's the same artwork that's in the animated series, but in the comic book, but they look exactly the same to me. So, like I said, I just have been enjoying this series.
Still not watched any Lower Decks, but it's on, my list.
It's so much fun. Yeah, it's a really fun series.
Someone remind us in the chat. Tim Sheridan. I know that name, but I can't work out why. Do you, Efren?
Yeah, now that you mention it, but I don't know.
I'm not sure why I know the name, but it's hitting something in the old grey matter. So someone let us know in the chat what he's done or what they've done. I'm not sure.
Did you ever see the crossover with Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds from last? Oh, you gotta watch it. It's so good. I mean, it's a very that episode last year on Strange New World. I think it was season number 3. The way they did it, it was very well done.
Yeah. I'll have to give it a go.
Oh, we both picked this one, but go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, so this is The Exorcism at Buckingham Palace, issue number 1. Again, another horror-based book. It's spooky. It's ghosts, possessions, and it's in the UK. So yeah, sounds interesting to me. I'll give it a go. I'm surprised that you want to read it, Efren, because you're not a big fan of horror. So what's got you interested in this?
I've told in the past that I like reading horror books. I like reading them more than I like watching them for some reason. It doesn't seem as real when I read the book. And plus, I did read The Exorcism at 1600 pen.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks cool.
Yeah.
Jason just saying the crossover was brilliant.
Yeah.
Andrew, Star of Lower Decks wrote the upcoming 5th episode of... Still not gotten on to... Have you watched any Starfleet Academy yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, still not got any. Are you enjoying it? Or?
Yeah, I like it, but it seems a little bit almost like too much like teen drama or young kid drama. I like it more when they're out in space. I know it's an academy, but I mean, I give it like about a B.
Okay.
It's my opinion, so.
I'll have to give it a go. I'll have to try and catch up. Lower Decks is great. My head is currently 12 inches from the model of the ship. Very
nice.
Cool. Very
cool. Here we go, Star Trek again. In this series, they brought back Star Trek to like way in the future. They found a way to bring him back, but they needed help from a captain that's knows what to do, takes action. So they brought back Captain Kirk. And Star Trek, The Last Starship, number 6. In the shadow of the burn, the Federation was left fractured, vulnerable, and nearly lost. Now its fate hangs in the balance as the Babel Conference unravels. Captain Sato must protect Starfleet's ideals from enemies close in on every side. Meanwhile, James T. Kirk embarks on a dangerous mission that will test the limits of loyalty, courage, and sacrifice. I mean, as much as I like Picard, Star Trek, with Captain Kirk, it's just...
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you repeat that?
Sorry about that. That's my iPad.
The replicator talking to it.
The replicator talking, yeah. I've really been enjoying another Star Trek series.
Yeah. I'm glad you stopped there. I thought you were about to diss Picard, mind, because Picard's the best captain.
Oh, I agree.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean? But I've been reading this as well and absolutely love it. It's a great series. Good fun. And it is nice seeing James back. Have I mentioned I'm meeting James Kirk? If he doesn't, God rest him, pass away before then. But I'm meeting him. He's coming to a convention in May. So I'm going to go and get me photo taken with nice. Good old William Shatner. Apparently he's horrendous at conventions and doesn't really engage with the fans. So I'll just give him a hug and see what he does. See what
happens. Kiss his cheek real quick and run away.
Yeah. Cisco's the best captain. Beg to differ.
I would never say anything bad about Picard. I think that would ruin our friendship.
Yeah.
There you go. We picked another one, the same one, but go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, this one just looked fun. Sorry, Evan. Excuse me. It just looked fun. It looked interesting. This is Henchman. What if life in a supervillain organization was less like a James Bond movie and more like working at Walmart? Henchman brings the old familiar tropes of a dark workplace comedy by way of a brand new cinematic superhero universe. It just looks interesting. The cover kind of jumped out at us. So again, new issue 1. I'll give it a go and see what it's like.
Yeah, grabbed my interest too when I first seen it.
Yeah.
Something's Killing the Children, Road to Slaughter. It's a free comic book day, written by James Tinian. The world at large believes Erica Slaughter to be dead. In her absence, her greatest adversary is enacting plans to take over the House of Slaughter, and the Order of St. George has its own designs to fill the power vacuum. But in the back row of a bus on a lonely road in America, there's a young blonde woman with haunted look on her face and deep shadows under her eyes, and her story is not over yet. The return of Erica Slaughter begins here. I never knew they killed her off. I've been reading her book, but they have her now in her youth in Something's Killing the Children. And this, I got to go back and read the last storyline with her as an adult, but I don't remember her being killed off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are next.
Look at that, man. Little leprechaun. So the cover jumped out. It is Horror Comics Leprechauns 1. The St. Patrick's Day, can't speak. Pray that luck is on your side. The mischievous, creative trickster spirits, aka comic book artists of Antarctic Press, include the likes of blah blah blah, are willing to share their treasure of unsettling images and terror-tingling tales of this Irish imp. So yeah, I've seen James Keegan has made us watch the Leprechaun 2 of the movies, are horrendous. But I do like that cover. So I thought, easy read, I'll give it a go and see what it's like. But yeah, I'm getting it for the cover, really.
Yeah, it's a one-shot too. So
Yeah.
Hello Darkness, number 19. These are short stories by different artists. I've been enjoying it. It's just some of them only like about 3 or 4 pages long, so nice and short and one-shots. It says, stop and smell the corpses. The horrors of winter are behind us, but a sinister new season awaits. Hello Darkness returns this spring with a fresh bouquet of horror. And freshly made, a mousy young housekeeper comes face to face with a deathless evil. And it goes on from there, just different storylines. Like I said, for some reason, I just like reading horror books more than I like watching them.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just, when it comes to movies, most of the time I shy away from them.
Yeah. I've not read any of this yet, really. I need to get into this one as well. I need to pick this up.
Yeah, these are good storylines, and they're like one shots, and they're like, 3 or 4 stories in one book.
Loving this. This is Ordained. Although I don't think I've seen issue 2 yet. Someone in the chat let us know if have I missed issue 2 or am I getting ahead of myself? I don't know. But this is Ordained. This is basically about a priest who goes to a hospital to give last rites to a dying mob boss, and then the mob boss confesses all kinds of stuff to the priest, and then overnight the mob boss basically makes a massive recovery for some reason and decides that the priest has got to be bumped off because he knows too much. It's kind of transpired that the priest has had previous, I think, military experience and things like that. So he dispatches these people in the church. It feels very much like John Wick, but in a church setting. First issue was great. Looking forward to reading more. I hope I haven't missed issue 2, but yeah, it's a good series. And it's only a 3-parter, so it's a nice, easy read. So yeah, nice. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Fuzzy. How? This is what I don't understand. Because correct us if I'm wrong, Fuzzy. Wasn't issue 1 delayed for months and months and months as well? I feel like we're talking about this book for ages, and it was meant to be coming out, and then it was like 6 months before it actually appeared. How can it be delayed by 2 months already after 1 issue? I mean, that's just crap, Efren. That shouldn't happen in modern comics. Certainly not for a 3-parter. Yeah, there you go. We waited 5 months for it, and now issue 1's come out and it's already delayed 2 months. Crap.
Yeah, I don't understand delayed books either. I'm reading this one book about this one like killer from the subways in New York. I am not lying. It's been over 2 years since the last issue, and there's, as far as I know, there's been no explanation why it's taking so long. I gave up. Even if the book comes back, I'm gonna force myself not to read it. But I go, that's just too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to go to publication. They have to get the book approved. They have to, has to go to print. What stops it from going the next month and the month after that? We don't know. Obviously, I'm just curious to see why.
I just don't think there's any excuse for it. Yeah. I really don't.
I don't know why I picked this book.
But Neither do I.
I'll pick this one. It says Archie, Army of Darkness #2. It's a deadite party. Reggie's Lake House soiree was supposed to be the social event of the season, but now it's proved to be the town of Riverdale swan song. So I just figured this would be an interesting book to read. I don't think issue 1 has come out yet, but it has the Army of Darkness in it, and I always like that character. So that's why I'm going to try to read it.
I've tried with Archie. I've tried on a few occasions. And I think Archie for me, I know Sorrel is a big fan, but I think Archie for me is more of a iconic American thing. I think you guys didn't really translate over here, really. So I've got no kind of connection to the character. So when I'm picking up these books now and trying to read it, it's just not doing it for us. I do like Army of Darkness, but I have to say I'm not particularly getting into many of the comic books. But worth a read. See what it's like. Yeah, this looks really interesting. The cover artwork isn't my kind of art, but it piqued my interest. I like my sci-fi. I like my kind of conspiracy theories and things like this. And this is linked to Area 51, which is, you'll know the history of Area 51. Yeah. So it sounded interesting. So what if all the secrets housed in Area 51 leaked out into the world? Who would be responsible for that mess? And who would be responsible for cleaning it up? After the president's screw-up son, Harvey, gets in trouble with the law, his dad calls in a favour and gets him assigned to the real-life Area 51. That could be good fun. It could be good fun. So I thought I'd give it a go again, see what it's like. 8 issues. So, see what it's all about.
Space Ghost #9, written by David Pepose. I've been enjoying this series. I think David Pepose is a really good writer, So blip to the psychic rescue when Team Space Ghost is ambushed on the ghost planet and trapped inside their own minds by the villainous sorceress. Blip must don the Creature King's telepathic helmet in order to save his now catatonic family. But even if he can manage to throw a monkey wrench into the sorcerer's works, will it be enough to save the Guardians of the Spaceways from their own inner demons? This has just been a fun read. And this, to me, this is what comic book is all about. Just suspend, reality and just read a good book.
Good stuff. Another one that kind of jumped out because of the cover. Dead Teenagers. I hadn't really clicked on first view that it's the Grim Reaper. If you see I hadn't noticed that.
Oh, wow. That's right. Dang.
Yeah, which is really cool. Yeah. Again, just the one that jumped out because of the cover. So when I read the synopsis, I thought, that sounds quite interesting. There's no escape in high school. Since 1987, 5 friends have been trapped in the ultimate nightmare as a mysterious entity forces them to relive their first prom night over and over again and re-kills them in new and increasingly insane ways each time. I think this could be, again, a great little series. So, I think, keen to get into this.
This should be a movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, we've had a film called Happy Death Day, which is a bit like this. Every time she dies, she gets brought back to life. But this sounds fun.
Yep. Not for these kids, but maybe
not for the kids, no. But for us watching.
For us, Escape from Skull Island #3. I haven't read the first issue yet, but I just thought that was a cool looking cover. Interesting, to grab my attention. Skull Island doesn't forgive and it never lets go. When Annie charges into the jungle to confront the nightmare known as Yugoth, she ignites a chain reaction that draws in Kong as well as dark forces from beneath the island. With our fractured group of survivors caught in between, the fate of the island hangs in the balance. On Skull Island, there's nowhere to run. I just like the way they made King Kong look, and right behind King Kong is like a big statue of another Kong. Maybe it's him, but hopefully this is a good read.
So that I mean, it doesn't say in the synopsis there. Well, I guess there's a Netflix symbol on it. I was going to say that art style looks very similar to the King Kong cartoon.
Okay.
So I wonder if it's based on the anime. It's written by Simon Furman, who's very famous for his Transformers work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wonder if this is any good. I might check this out. I bought number 1. The art looked anime style to me. Didn't like it. Wasn't.
Oh no.
Fuzzy, is it based? Oh, there he is. Fuzzy saying it is based on the anime. It is based on the cartoon. Okay.
There you go. No way. These are 2 books. One Peter picked one and I picked one that we just didn't think is going to be any good. Now this is just for fun. For all we know, this could be the best book ever. But these are just 2 books by reading the synopsis about it. We said, I don't think this book's going to be any good. You are up first.
Yeah, get stuffed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another bloody Venom symbiote kind of thing. I can't be chewed with it anymore. It's just constant. And so this is the even older, newer Venom. There's an even newer symbiote wearing hero on the scene, sporting the red and blue. I'm going to give you props. The costume looks cool. Spidey, inspired by the streets of Earth 616. But it's not Mary Jane Watson, it's not Eddie, and it's not Parker. It's someone else that Peter Parker knows. I can't be chewed with that.
Yeah.
How many is that now?
Lost count.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like you said at the start, it's subjective. Some people will love this, I'm sure. But it's not for me. And it's just not for me. Can't be chewed with it.
Again, it's unfortunate. It seems like they almost don't know what to do with Venom anymore.
I think it's a bit... The problem is, Venom's obviously popular, so sells books. But the more you do stuff like this, for me personally, the more you dilute the original character. And it becomes... You've almost, at this point, what is Venom? Who is Venom? It's like unrecognizable. So yeah, I sound like a real miserable old bugger. But yeah, just not for me, I'm afraid.
Why don't they just keep him as Eddie Brock? I just don't know, So, but you said earlier in this video that we're all Venom, right?
Yeah, everybody's Venom. Everybody. You get symbiotes in cornflake packets. Dead Teenager sounds like a movie called Happy Death Day. There's 2 Happy Death Day movies and they're both superb. I think they're rumored to be making a 3rd one, Jason, which would be very, very good. But yeah, I've liked. I think they're the kind of horror movies Efren you would probably enjoy because you quite liked Scream, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So Happy Death Day is of a similar kind of style, but it's got time travel chucked in there. Certainly in the second one. I would check that out, Efren. Give Happy Death Day number 1 a go and see what you think. Description makes it sound like it could be JJ. Exactly, it does. Could you imagine, Andrew? Who the hell? Anyway, yeah, that's my pick, Efren.
Yeah. What is mine? Blood Squad 7 yearbook number 1. I've never heard of this, and something about this cover just bugged me. I can't. Even the title, I was like, "What is this all about?" The first issue of Blood Squad 7 yearbook is finally here, and with this extra-length, action-packed, mind-bending conclusion to this epic storyline, secrets will be revealed, worlds will collide, heroes will struggle. Legends will die, and things both past and present will never be the same. I don't know anything about this. I've never heard of this title before, but it just said, nah, this is not for me.
So I've not heard of this, and I don't recognize any of the characters either.
Yeah. So, I just seen this cover and this title. I said, nah, this is not for me.
Why does it look like it came out the 99 pence bin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I'll pass that one.
Coming soon. These are books that are coming out next week. Peter and I just picked one of the books each that that have grabbed our interest and we plan to read.
Come on, look at this. This is DCKO Boss Battle. This is part of this current DC crossover event. This is the one I've been waiting for.
Yep.
You've got some crazy crossover characters in this. We've got Vampirella. We've got Annabelle from the horror movies. We've got Hyperion. We've got... Not Hyperion, sorry. Homelander.
Yeah.
We've got Sub-Zero. It's just Red Sonja. It's stacked with some incredible characters. The one I'm really interested in is I love a book called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
Yep.
And we've got Samantha, the the cartoon teddy bear
Yeah.
fighting Lex Luthor. I mean, it just looks crazy. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that.
Me too.
It says unexpected fighters from beyond the DC universe enter the arena. Wait, what, who, as the remaining champions in the KO tournament prepare for the final rounds. I really, really do hope there's a couple in here that we've not been told. Do you know what I mean? I hope there's some surprises in this. So yeah, we'll see. But it's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. Patrick Hovarth cover is, yeah, I think that looks amazing, Fuzzy. That's the one I'm going to try and get a hold of. Is Venom in it? They've all got a symbiote. They're all Venom. Yeah, they're all Venom. I think this looks great.
I think Sabrina the Teenage Witch is in this one too, on the right hand
is.
side, So yeah, this is what Marvel, and this has got me excited to read. And this is what a Marvel DC crossover should be like.
I still, in my very simplistic brain, I still don't understand, and maybe it's all just been held back for, that we've got a current slate of DC Marvel crossover books. We've had Batman, Deadpool, we've got Superman, Spider-Man coming, all that kind of stuff. So the companies are in cahoots, having conversations, creating joint books, blah, blah, blah. We've got this massive crossover series, and there's not a hint of a Marvel character in it. I don't understand that. You would think if they're having those conversations, they would be saying, look, guys, we've got this big thing going on. We've got characters from across, different properties. I wonder if the last issue we are going to get somebody turn up or something turn up. It'd be great if we did.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah. Mine is, here we go, another one. Actually, just always grabbed my attention. It all started on Yancey Street. Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four. Issue number 1 is coming out next week. And this is an homage to the cover of Fantastic Four with Daredevil, I believe, that was on the cover. I forgot which number it was, but this is Marvel's first family find themselves stranded on the Planet of the Apes. Witness history as the Fantastic Four cross paths for the very first time with Cornelius, Zara, Urus, and of course Dr. Zaius. But I just keeping my fingers crossed. I love this cover. I think it's a pretty cool looking cover. Cool. So if you notice the Fantastic Four, they're all apes in this cover. So yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I talked about I think it was issue number 3 that's coming out, or advanced orders. But this is the very first issue of this series, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's a good story.
It looks good. The artwork looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. Time for review. This is the part where Peter and I each pick a book that we are reading and we give it a short review. And I believe you are first.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this series on a few occasions, but this is DC KO issue number 3. Came out a couple of weeks back now. Just recently read it. Really strong story again. Just good fun. This one paired up characters, so all of the surviving characters were given the opportunity to pick a character from another universe or another version or whatever to join them and fight the other heroes. There were some great bits in it where the Joker picked your first thought he picked the Batman who laughs, but then it turned out that it was do you remember a few years ago, Efren, there was a storyline where the Joker was an emperor, and it was because he'd stolen Mr. and Mrs. Zippelplix's powers or whatever, and he was like a god level character, so he picked him, which was really, really good fun. Superman picked Captain Marvel, and there was a very cool bit at the end where Captain Marvel Shazam gives Superman his powers. Oh, wow. And you get this kind of version of Superman where his S-Shield changes to the Thunderbolt, and it was just very, very cool. A very cool look. But the big thing was, at the end of the book, it basically says this is who you're fighting next, and we've got Absolute Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. So yeah, excited to see that next issue. I think that's going to be really, really cool. Great little series. Yeah, great series.
I've really been enjoying this a lot. Mine is, and I've never read hardly any of this character or these characters' books, but like Star Trek, I started reading them within the last year, and I have been enjoying it. Is Casey Jones.
Oh yeah.
I just read this because I've been reading the most recent issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where it's like set it, after set in the future, so to speak. After everything's gone down. What's the name of the rat? Splinter. Is that the name of the rat?
Yeah, Martin
He's
Splinter.
dead in this series. But this is Casey Jones, and it says, spinning directly from the pages of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones' first solo miniseries in over 30 years. Casey Jones is for sure a street level hero. I think that's what attracted me to this series, and I have been enjoying it. I've been reading it since issue number 1 came out. It says Casey Jones was shot by D.A. Hale. He's awake and he has a second chance at life. Instead of taking things slow and smelling the flowers, he's jumping headfirst into the action. So he's basically just saving people and, street level hero. Yeah. I've never read a Casey Jones book. I've hardly ever read a Teenage Mutant Ninja book, but I have enjoyed both series.
Yeah.
Very much so.
He's a great character. Great character.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuzzy saying, I stopped Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when Jason Aaron left. I got the issue after Fuzzy because it was a blind bag. So was it a blind bag? I think it was a blind bag, so I got a load of those. And it was all right, but for me, you're right to have stopped. It was a different style of writing. Don't want to spoil it for you, Efren, but Splinter's back. You got better.
Oh, he is. In what? In this upcoming series?
In the current Turtles season.
Oh, I figured he was. I seen it. I read that already.
Yeah, he was resurrected. Yeah, he was resurrected and he's wearing some kind of weird outfit kind of thing.
Yes, I did know that.
But yeah, I stopped at that point as well. But yeah, it was good fun. And I enjoy the Turtles. I do enjoy the Turtles.
I think what's helped me out is I've never read them before.
Yeah.
And I know they have a long history. I know that, obviously, but I've never read them before. So to me, it's fresh and new, so it's been a good read.
Yeah,
we are almost at the end. Back to the past. Do I have that? Hang on. Shoot, I thought I was going to be ready for this. We do it on my channel. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go. You can tell whoever does the slides when they show certain big slides on here, because I'm always doing Back to the Past. I always show Michael J. Fox and Back to the Future. So.
Did you see Michael J. Fox is starring with Harrison Ford?
Yes.
In Shrinked, I think it's called.
Yeah, I've never seen that show, but I did. They had his, I think it was on Instagram. They showed his clip on it. I go, wow, very brave person, So
yeah.
But these
thanks,
are
Fuzzy. Sorry, thanks, Fuzzy. Catching a bit, mate.
These are 2 books where Peter and I, we just like the covers and we just show them which one's from the past. It could be anywhere from a month ago to over 56 years ago. And I think the book I first picked, I go, wait a minute, I think I picked this book before. So I had to switch it at the last minute. But you are first.
Look at that, man. So this is Guardians of the Galaxy 25. This was kind of the era of comic books that I was really, really hyper for. And I loved the shiny covers. Yeah. If Andrew's still in the chat, this is your ultimate foil cover. Shiny foil, but also prismatic foil as well. But also, this is just a tremendous run of books. The original Guardians of the Galaxy. Great characters. First time we saw some of these characters from like the future, like you've got there the Silver Surfer who's got the quantum bands and things on. Just a beautiful series. There's a one on there. It was between this one, Efren, and another Guardians of the Galaxy one where I think she's called Rancor, who's the distant relative of Wolverine, has found his adamantium skeleton.
Oh, I remember that cover, yes.
And the silver adamantium skeleton's embossed on the cover.
Yeah.
Just brilliant. And I love this run. But that's a book that always jumps out in my memory as being a really good use of the kind of the embossed foil covers. So yeah, love that one. Yeah,
I'm sure a bunch of younger readers always think that Guardians of the Galaxy are Star-Lord and Gamora and Groot. Us who've been reading for decades, we know this is the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. One of my all-time favorite characters on the bottom there, Van Sastrovic, who I've talked about before. The guy in the Captain America costume with Captain America's shield. Yeah. Just a brilliant character.
You remember he had to wear a costume the whole time?
Yeah.
The air would hit him, he would age, but he's from the past.
He's from now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Mine is X-Men #1 by Jim Lee. This is a connecting book. There's about 5 or 6 books. You can see Cyclops' rays right here on the left-hand side of this cover, right underneath the one. But this is by Jim Lee. When this series first came out, I went, oh my God, this is like when I was totally into buying books, 50, 60 books a month, for advanced orders. And this is written by Chris Claremont, penciler Jim Lee, and cover artist by Jim Lee. First appearance to the Acolytes. This cover and the other covers, the connecting covers, it's fantastic cover if you ask me. And this is from 1991 already. I went, dang, can't believe it's so long ago. But this has always been one of my favorite covers.
This, yeah, you're right, Efren. Stunning cover, Jim Lee artwork, phenomenal.
Yes.
But the thing that I always think about this particular book, this is how relaunches should be done. Do you know what I mean? The excitement when this book came out and the writing talent, Chris Claremont, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Art by Jim Lee, it was like top tier. If you're gonna relaunch a book, this is how you do it. I think is it still? I don't know if its crown has slipped, but I think it might still be the biggest selling book of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a phenomenal book. Love it.
I just relaunches just are starting just get on my nerve now. Yeah. I mean, there's another relaunch for Iron Man. I went again. I think, why don't you guys stop and just go by legacy numbers?
Yeah. But issue 1 sell, don't they? That's why they do it.
Yeah.
They get a big push, but yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Which are the more of relaunches or Symbiotes? Well, you get Symbiote relaunches, Andrew. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
That's a total package. Yeah. That is all, folks. We are ending it for this month. These are advance orders. Like I said, these are books that are coming out in March. I know we were late, and that was my fault. I had plumbing problems, so I couldn't do anything on Wednesday. We'll probably be back in about 2 or 3 weeks for advance orders coming out in April. Wow, that's crazy. But Peter, Tuesday, what's going on?
So Tuesday we've got the usual show, all the usual movie news, reviews, toys, everything you can think of. Yeah. So just the usual stuff. 8 p.m. over on TripleG Comics.
One thing, if you're gonna check out one YouTube video, please check out Peter's unboxing of Absolute Superman. Peter, that was very well done.
Thank you.
I liked it. That's an amazing, whatever it is.
It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah. It's a tombstone. It's beautiful.
Tombstone.
I've got one coming out tomorrow as well, which I seem to have done a quick run after the videos, but I've got one coming out tomorrow which I really liked the product. It's a Transformers Kickstarter box set, so you could only get it from Kickstarter. Excuse me. And it's got 4 leather-bound volumes of Transformer comics. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yeah.
Do you ever think you'll run out of space in the house?
So I have. So that's the danger, isn't it, friend? So I'm going to do a room tour at some point, but I'm split into 2 rooms now. This is my comic room, even though I've got toys in here as well. But I'm looking around now, and I've got stuff on the floor because I haven't got shelf space anymore. So I'm going to have to do something. I just don't know what yet. I'm going to have to try and unpick stuff and see what I can do.
Would your wife get mad if you start putting them in your room?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A few guys in the chat. Andrew's in 57 books ordered from March. Wow, that's a lot of books, Andrew. Not including extra foils. Jason, the Superman Tombstone is selling on eBay for $300. It's gone up rapidly in price. I'm sure. I'm rubbish. You all know, anyone that watches my channel, I'm rubbish for remembering prices. I ordered mine from Forbidden Planet months and months and months ago, and I'm sure I paid about £75 for it. It's up now it was for $95 later on. I think I must have got a discount or something. But Jason's absolutely right. It's now on eBay for £300. But Jason, what I would say is it's a sexy item. So I get that you can sell it and make a bit of money, but for me, this book is such a intrinsic piece of my childhood and of Superman kind of lore, and the extras you get with it and the tombstone, I wouldn't sell it. It's to stay with me, this one.
Would you consider, I just thought about this, it's a tombstone, and like I said, check out Peter's latest video. Would you ever think of having artists sign the tombstone like Dan Jurgens?
Yeah.
Maybe not in front, but maybe in the back. Because you don't want to ruin that part. Maybe in the back, have artists sign it. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I can't decide what I'm going to do, Efren. So, I've got the Absolute editions, these books all here. So inside this is the Absolute. Oh, just want to lose that. Sorry, excuse me. So big. That's what she said. is the Absolute Edition in the poly bag. Love it.
Yeah.
So I might take that out of the box and put the Absolute Edition book with my other Absolutes, and then just display this somewhere else. You know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah.
Anyway, that was a really good video, Peter. I went, wow, that is amazing. If I had known that was coming out, I might have gotten it too. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah. It's
But
cool.
until next time, everybody, we will see you on Tuesday on Peter's channel. But until next time, I always say go out and buy a book and read it. Everybody, take care, be safe, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.